In this video, you will learn which foods to combine with tomatoes after the age of 60 in order to protect yourself from dangerous illnesses and extend your life to 100 years. These simple yet powerful combinations strengthen the heart, blood vessels, vision, immune system, and even enhance brain function. We will not only explain what to combine, but also show why it works and in which dishes these combinations are most effective. Make sure to watch this video until the end, because the final combination is considered the most powerful one according to scientists who study longevity. This video is going to be incredibly informative and helpful. If you want to take control of your health like a pro, give it a like, and let's get started. 1. Garlic and tomatoes, a powerful duo to strengthen the immune system. According to current data, more than 70% of people over the age of 60 experience a weakened immune system. The combination of tomatoes and garlic is not just a flavorful culinary pairing, but also a powerful natural shield for the immunity of older adults. Tomatoes contain an impressive amount of vitamin C, about 40 milligrams per 100 grams of the product, as well as lycopene, a carotenoid with strong antioxidant properties. Garlic is rich in allicin and sulfur-containing compounds. When these two foods are combined, a nutritional synergy occurs. Allicin increases the absorption of lycopene by nearly 35%, which has been confirmed by numerous studies. For people over the age of 60, this combination becomes especially valuable, helping not only to fight off colds, but also to reduce the risk of atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, inflammatory processes in the gastrointestinal tract, and certain types of cancer. The risk of developing colorectal cancer is significantly reduced by 32% with regular consumption. A 2023 study by the National Institute on Aging in the United States showed that regularly eating tomatoes with garlic reduces the risk of respiratory infections in older adults by 41%. The American Society for Nutrition also confirmed a reduction of 27% in the level of inflammatory markers in the blood. An example is the story of Maria Esposito from the Italian province of Campania, who celebrated her 106th birthday in 2023. She credits her longevity to a traditional tomato soup with garlic, a family recipe she has been preparing for over 80 years. According to gerontologists, regularly eating the combination of tomatoes and garlic can extend life by an average of 4 to 6 years, provided a healthy lifestyle is maintained. Recommended dishes include tomato soup with garlic, pasta with tomato and garlic sauce, shakshuka, bruschetta with tomatoes and garlic, and tomato salad with garlic dressing. 2. Olive oil and tomatoes, the secret to lycopene absorption. Modern research shows that about 63% of the beneficial nutrients in vegetables are not absorbed by the body due to a lack of proper fats in the diet. This is especially important for people over the age of 60, whose absorption processes slow down by 15 to 20%. Combining tomatoes with olive oil offers an effective solution to this problem. Tomatoes contain lycopene, a fat-soluble antioxidant. Without the presence of fats, only about 4 to 5% of it is absorbed. Olive oil, rich in monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, serves as the ideal carrier for lycopene, increasing its bioavailability by 2.5 to 3 times. For people over 60, this combination helps prevent oxidative stress, slows age-related changes, and protects against cardiovascular disease, cataracts, and certain forms of cancer. The results are especially impressive in the prevention of prostate cancer, where the risk is reduced by 35%. The American Institute for Cancer Research found that consuming tomatoes with olive oil lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease by 29%. Harvard School of Public Health published a study showing that this combination slows cognitive decline in older adults by 23%. A striking example of longevity is Antonio Todaro from Sicily, who at 104 years old still works in his own olive grove. Every day, his table features a salad made with fresh tomatoes and extra virgin olive oil. Gerontologists say that regularly including tomatoes with olive oil in your diet can extend life by 5 to 7 years. Recommended dishes include tomato salad with olive oil, roasted tomatoes, bruschetta with tomatoes, warm vegetable bowls, and tomato-based pesto sauce. 3. Basil and tomatoes, a fragrant shield for digestion. According to statistics, more than 80% of people over the age of 60 suffer from various digestive disorders. The combination of tomatoes and basil is not only a classic culinary pairing, but also a powerful natural complex that supports digestive health. Tomatoes contain organic acids that stimulate the production of digestive enzymes as well as fiber. Basil is rich in essential oils, such as eugenol and linalool, which have antispasmodic and antibacterial properties. 100 grams of fresh basil contains up to 5 milligrams of essential oils, an amount that can have a therapeutic effect. For older adults, this combination is especially beneficial in helping to manage chronic gastritis, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, and dysbiosis. It also has a proven positive effect on the liver. Regular consumption of tomatoes with basil promotes the regeneration of hepatocytes and enhances the liver's detoxification function. A study by the American Gastroenterological Association showed that patients over the age of 65 who regularly consume dishes made with tomatoes and basil were 37% less likely to visit the doctor with complaints related to the gastrointestinal tract. Tufts University also found that this combination reduces inflammation in the stomach and intestinal lining by 31%. A compelling example is Giuseppina Proietto from Liguria, who at 103 years old still cooks for herself. One of the secrets to her health, she says, is the daily consumption of tomato and basil sauce, a family recipe that has been passed down for 4 generations. Gerontologists believe that regularly eating tomatoes with basil may extend life by 3 to 5 years. Recommended dishes include caprese salad, tomato soup with basil, bruschetta with tomatoes and basil, roasted tomatoes with basil, and tomato basil sauce. 4. Red onions and tomatoes, vascular protection, and more. Current statistics show that cardiovascular diseases remain the leading cause of loss of life among people over the age of 60, accounting for about 40% of all cases. The combination of tomatoes and red onions serves as a natural preventive complex for heart and vascular health. Tomatoes contain lycopene, which protects the cells of the vascular walls from oxidative stress and helps prevent the formation of atherosclerotic plaques. Red onions are rich in quercetin and flavonoids that strengthen capillaries and prevent blood clots. 100 grams of red onions contain up to 40 milligrams of quercetin, 4 times more than regular onions. For people over 60, this combination helps combat high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, varicose veins, and atherosclerosis. A particularly noticeable effect is seen in the reduction of systolic blood pressure, on average by 8 to 10 millimeters of mercury. Researchers at Cornell University published the results of a 7-year study showing that regular consumption of dishes with tomatoes and red onions lowers the risk of heart attack by 32% and the risk of stroke by 28%. The American Heart Association also noted a 15 to 20% decrease in levels of low-density lipoprotein, also known as bad cholesterol. A striking example is the story of Vincent Giordano from New Jersey, who celebrated his 101st birthday in good health. For more than 40 years, he has eaten a salad made with tomatoes and red onions dressed with olive oil every single day. Experts estimate that regularly eating tomatoes with red onions can extend life by 4 to 7 years. Recommended dishes include tomato salad with red onions, Greek salad, roasted tomatoes with onions, pickled tomatoes with onions, and tomato salsa. 5. Leafy greens and tomatoes, protecting the brain and vision. According to data from neuroscientists, about 75% of people over the age of 60 experience some form of age-related cognitive decline, and more than 60% face worsening vision. The combination of tomatoes with leafy green vegetables forms a unique complex of nutrients that can help slow down these processes. Tomatoes contain lycopene and carotenoids, which protect brain cells and the retina from oxidative stress. Leafy greens are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, pigments that accumulate in the retina and protect it from damage. 100 grams of spinach contains up to 12 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin, while 100 grams of kale contains up to 15 milligrams. For people over 60, this combination helps prevent or slow the development of age-related macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, dementia, and other neurodegenerative conditions. The results are especially impressive when it comes to preserving cognitive functions. Memory, processing speed, and concentration improve by 17 to 23%. A study by the National Institute on Aging in the United States found that older adults who ate at least 4 servings of leafy greens with tomatoes per week had brains that appeared 11 years younger based on cognitive test results. The American Academy of Ophthalmology also confirms that this combination reduces the risk of age-related macular degeneration by 43%. A notable example is Margaret Fisher from Boston, who at 102 years old still reads without glasses and solves complex crossword puzzles every day. She credits her sharp mind and vision to a salad made with arugula and tomatoes, which she has eaten daily for the past 40 years. Gerontologists state that regularly eating tomatoes with leafy green vegetables may extend active life by 5 to 8 years. Recommended dishes include arugula salad with tomatoes, a bowl with kale and tomatoes, spinach and tomato salad, grilled greens with tomatoes, and a smoothie made with microgreens and tomatoes. 6. Legumes and tomatoes, stable blood sugar and healthy joints. Statistics show that type 2 diabetes is diagnosed in 27% of people over the age of 60, and more than 65% suffer from various joint problems. The combination of tomatoes and legumes forms a unique dietary complex aimed at addressing these common age-related health concerns. Tomatoes contain chromium and bioflavonoids, which improve the sensitivity of tissues to insulin. Legumes are rich in plant-based protein, slow-digesting carbohydrates, and soluble fiber, which help prevent sharp spikes in blood glucose levels. 100 grams of lentils contain up to 8 grams of soluble fiber, an amount capable of reducing post-meal blood sugar spikes by 30 to 40%. For people over 60, this combination helps regulate blood sugar levels, prevent diabetes complications, support joint health, and lower uric acid levels. And of particular importance is the presence of isoflavones in legumes, which slow down the breakdown of cartilage tissue and stimulate the production of collagen. A study conducted by Harvard Medical School found that older adults who ate tomatoes with legumes at least 3 times per week had a 44% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The American College of Rheumatology published data showing a 32% reduction in joint pain related to osteoarthritis. A clear example is Paulo Hernandez from the Nicoya region in Costa Rica, who at 105 years old still works in his garden every day without any joint problems. One of the staple dishes in his diet is gallo pinto, a traditional mix of black beans, rice, and fresh tomatoes. According to experts, regularly eating tomatoes with legumes can extend life by 4 to 6 years. Recommended dishes include chickpea and tomato salad, warm salad with beans and tomatoes, lentil soup with tomatoes, vegetable stew with beans and tomato-based hummus. 7. Lemon juice and tomatoes, digestion and iron absorption. Modern research shows that about 30% of people over the age of 60 suffer from anemia caused by iron deficiency, and more than 70% deal with various digestive disorders. The combination of tomatoes with lemon juice offers a simple yet effective way to address these issues. Tomatoes contain non-heme iron, which is poorly absorbed by the body, only about 2 to 3%. Lemon juice is rich in vitamin C, which converts this iron into a form that is easier to absorb, increasing its bioavailability by 4 to 6 times. In addition, lemon juice stimulates the production of gastric acid and bile, improving the digestive process. For people over 60, this combination helps fight age-related anemia, chronic gastritis with low acidity, gallstone disease, and constipation. A particularly noticeable effect is seen in the increase of hemoglobin levels, on average by 12 to 15 grams per liter with regular consumption. A study from Stanford University found that older adults who regularly added lemon juice to tomato-based dishes were 31% less likely to suffer from iron deficiency anemia. The American Institute of Gastroenterology also found that this combination improves intestinal peristalsis by 27% and normalizes gastric secretory function in 68% of participants. A remarkable example is Rosa Martinez from Ecuador, who celebrated her 107th birthday in 2023. Throughout her life, she has started each morning with a glass of tomato juice, mixed with freshly squeezed lemon. Experts believe that regularly consuming tomatoes with lemon juice can extend active life by 3 to 5 years. Recommended dishes include tomato salad with lemon dressing, tomato water with lemon, gazpacho with lemon, tomato and lemon sauce for fish, and salsa with tomatoes and lemon juice. 8. Sauerkraut and tomatoes, protecting the gut microbiota. Modern research shows that about 75% of a person's immune system is formed in the gut, and with age, the composition of the microbiota worsens. By the age of 60, the number of beneficial bacteria decreases by 30 to 40%. The combination of tomatoes with sauerkraut creates ideal conditions for restoring a healthy gut microbiome. Tomatoes contain prebiotics, dietary fibers that serve as nourishment for beneficial bacteria. Sauerkraut is one of the best natural sources of probiotics. 100 grams of sauerkraut contains up to 10 billion colony-forming units of live lactobacilli. In addition, during the fermentation process, sauerkraut develops organic acids, enzymes, and antioxidants. For people over 60, this combination is especially valuable, helping to fight dysbiosis, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth syndrome, chronic constipation, and weakened immunity. Particularly impressive results are observed in the reduction of acute respiratory infections by 44%. The University of Pennsylvania published the results of a study showing that older adults who regularly consume sauerkraut with tomatoes have 35% more beneficial bifidobacteria and lactobacilli in their gut. The American Society for Microbiology also reported a 28% decrease in pro-inflammatory cytokines in the blood. A vivid example of the benefits of this combination is Olga Kowalewska from Poland, who at 103 years old still maintains remarkable vitality. Since her youth, she has eaten a traditional Polish dish called bigos every day, with sauerkraut and fresh tomatoes as the main ingredients. Gerontologists believe that regularly eating tomatoes with sauerkraut can extend life by 4 to 7 years. Recommended dishes include sauerkraut and tomato salad, toast with sauerkraut and fresh tomatoes, a bowl with sauerkraut and tomatoes, cabbage and tomato mix with herbs, and sauerkraut with tomato sauce. 9. Carrots and tomatoes, an invisible shield for eyes and skin. According to statistics, more than 80% of people over the age of 60 experience various vision problems, and 75% report a decline in skin condition. The combination of tomatoes and carrots creates a unique complex of carotenoids aimed at protecting these vital systems. Tomatoes contain lycopene, an antioxidant that protects cells from ultraviolet radiation and other damaging factors. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a provitamin A that is essential for the proper functioning of the retina and for the renewal of skin cells. 100 grams of carrots contain up to 12 milligrams of beta-carotene, an amount that fully meets the daily requirement for vitamin A. For people over 60, this combination helps prevent or slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, and also combats skin issues such as dryness, wrinkles, and reduced elasticity. Particularly impressive results are seen in the protection against photoaging of the skin. A study by the American Academy of Dermatology found that older adults who regularly consume dishes made with carrots and tomatoes show 40% fewer signs of skin photoaging. The National Eye Institute in the United States reported that this type of diet reduces the risk of developing cataracts by 32% and age-related macular degeneration by 28%. An inspiring example is Elizabeth Ransom from California, who at 104 years old still has remarkably youthful skin and good vision. For more than 50 years, she has started each day with a glass of freshly squeezed carrot and tomato juice. According to experts, regularly eating tomatoes with carrots may extend active life by 4 to 6 years. Recommended dishes include carrot and tomato salad, gazpacho with carrot juice, tomato and carrot smoothie, carrot tomato soup, and baked carrot and tomato casserole. 10. Spices and herbs with tomatoes, a natural pharmacy on your plate. Modern research shows that chronic inflammation is at the root of more than 85% of age-related diseases. Combining tomatoes with anti-inflammatory spices and herbs such as turmeric, oregano, and black pepper creates a powerful natural anti-inflammatory complex. Tomatoes contain lycopene and carotenoids with strong antioxidant properties. Turmeric is rich in curcumin, a polyphenol whose anti-inflammatory activity is comparable to that of some non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as ibuprofen and diclofenac. 1 teaspoon of turmeric contains up to 200 milligrams of curcumin. Oregano is packed with carvacrol and thymol, compounds with potent antimicrobial effects. Black pepper contains piperine, which not only has its own anti-inflammatory effect, but also increases the absorption of curcumin by 20 times. For people over the age of 60, this combination helps fight joint inflammation, allergic reactions, digestive system disorders, and chronic infections. A particularly noticeable benefit is the reduction in joint pain caused by osteoarthritis, on average by 35 to 40%. A study by Harvard Medical School found that older adults who regularly consume tomatoes with anti-inflammatory spices had 39% lower levels of systemic inflammatory markers in their blood. The American College of Rheumatology also reported a 27% improvement in joint mobility and a 32% decrease in the need for pain medication. A clear example is Mohammed Al-Zaidi from India, who celebrated his 108th birthday in 2023. Despite his advanced age, he remains remarkably flexible and does not suffer from joint pain. For over 50 years, he has eaten tomato curry made with turmeric, black pepper, and other spices every single day. According to experts, regularly consuming tomatoes with anti-inflammatory spices and herbs may extend active life by 5 to 8 years. Recommended dishes include tomato soup with oregano and pepper, baked tomatoes with turmeric, pizza sauce with tomatoes and oregano, tomato salad with a Mediterranean herb blend, and tomato-based chili sauce with turmeric and pepper. Next, I recommend checking out these videos, and don't forget to leave your likes and comments. I'm looking forward to them.